Hey guys, it's me, Crystal, and today I'm going to show you how to make this chunky granny square blanket. For this project, I'm using some chenille yarn, and there's different brands of this. I'm using Sweet Snuggles here, but you can use other brands. Here on the back of the label, you can see they recommend an 11.5mm hook, and it's a size 7 jumbo yarn, and it's 100% polyester. So these are the 4 colors I chose, and then I'm also using a 10mm hook. I know it said 11.5, but I used 10. So to start, we're going to just make a slip knot with your first color, your center color. So wrap it around your fingers and insert your hook and pull up a loop. And then you just pull the ends to tighten it, and then pull the long end to tighten it to your hook. Now we're going to chain 4. So yarn over and just pull it through like that, and then that's 1 chain, and you're going to repeat that 3 more times. And now we're going to insert our hook into the first chain, which is right here. Then you're just going to yarn over and pull it through both loops. And there you have a little circle that we're going to work into. So to start, we're going to chain 3. This is going to count as our first double crochet. And then we're going to yarn over and we're going to make a double crochet into the loop. So insert your hook into the loop, yarn over and pull through. Then you're going to yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, yarn over 1 more time, and pull it through the other 2 loops. And that's your double crochet. All right, so there's 2. If you count the chain 3, we're going to do 1 more for this first granny cluster. There's our first of 4 granny clusters. Now we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to do 3 more double crochets in the center of the circle. And see, that's our first corner there. And I'm crocheting over the end there so I don't have to weave it in later. All right, there's our second granny cluster, and our first corner is made there with that chain 2. So now you're going to chain 2 again, and that's going to make our second corner. And you're going to repeat and just do 3 more double crochets in the circle, chain 2 again, and then do 3 more double crochet in the circle. And don't mind that stain on my yarn. My kids had a marker and they got to my yarn before I got a chance to use it. All right, there's 3 clusters. Just gonna chain 2 1 more time and do 3 more. And then I'll show you how to end the round. Now we're at the end of our round and we're going to join it to the first chain. So you're going to find your chain 3 and you want to find the top chain, so the third one up, which is a little tricky with this kind of yarn. So yarn over and then you're going to insert your hook into that top chain into both loops. And we're going to make a half double crochet to close. So we've already yarned over and inserted our hook. Now you're going to yarn over again and you're going to pull it through. And you got 3 loops on your hook now. You're going to yarn over 1 more time and pull it through all 3. And that will finish off the first round. It's a little different than the rest of the rounds. The rest we will close with a single crochet. Now you're going to cut your yarn, leave a little bit of a tail so you can weave it in once you're done. I didn't leave too long of a tail. And then you're going to just yarn over and pull it through the loop to finish off that round and tighten it up. Okay, here's the center round all done. So now we're going to do the next one. So grab whatever color you want for your next round. And you're going to tie it on in this corner where we left off. So just take the end and thread it through that corner space. And you're just going to tie a regular old knot here to secure the yarn. And that way you know it'll stay nice and secure. And when you wash this blanket and stuff, I like to tie just a straight up knot and make it good and tight so I don't have to worry about it coming undone. Now we're going to turn our square kind of sideways here, and we're going to start our corner. So hold the two ends over to the side, insert your hook into the space, and you're going to pull up a loop with your new color, and then yarn over again and pull through, and that's going to count as your chain 1 and also attach your yarn to the square. And then you're going to chain 2 more times. So here's our chain 1, we're going to chain 2 more times, and that counts as our first double crochet. Then, so I'm holding my ends over to the side here so I crochet over them and I won't have to weave them in later, which is a little tip. So now we're going to do 2 more double crochets into this chain space. All right, there's half of our corner. Now we're going to chain 2. And we're going to do 3 more double crochet in that same chain 2 space. And continue going over those ends, and that way they're nice and woven in for you. All right, there's our first corner. And yes, this yarn sheds a little bit on the ends when you cut it. But there's corner number 1, and now what we're going to do is just chain 1. And then we're going to make another corner over here. So again, we're going to do 3 double crochets, then 2 chains, and then 3 more double crochets. And that's how every corner will be from now on. Continue this around, making the corners and chaining 1 in between until you get all the way back around. So we've done the whole thing now. We're going to join with a single crochet. So we're going to find our chain 3, find the top of it. So 1, 2, 3, it's this one right here. You're going to go under both loops. And then just yarn over, pull it through, yarn over again, and pull it through both loops. And then finish off your yarn just like we did on the first row, and then that is your second row. Okay, now for round 3, we're going to grab our third color and tie it on at the same space where we left off again. And this is how all the rows from here on out will go. So this round, you're just going to repeat. So again, you're going to tie it on with a nice double knot so it's really on there. And then you're going to hold the ends again off to the side and you're going to crochet over them for this cluster. Insert your hook into the space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through to make your first chain 1. Then you're going to chain 2 more times. And now you're going to make 2 more double crochets in that same space. Now you're going to chain 1 and then you're going to make your corner. So do 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then 3 more double crochets. Then chain 1. And you're going to do another side cluster, which is just 3 double crochets in that side space. Then again, chain 1, and you're going to do your next corner. Continue that pattern around doing 3 double crochets in each side and then your corners and chain 1 in between, and repeat that until you finish this round. Okay, here we are at the end. So just like the last round, we're going to join with a single crochet to the top of our chain 3. So find the top, go under both loops, and then just single crochet. Finish off and pull the yarn through and tighten it up and sprinkle little bits of yarn everywhere. And then your third round is complete, and you're going to repeat that for all the rest of the rounds. So just continue on. Here I'm joining my 4th color and I just alternate through these 4 colors for all the rest of the rounds until your blanket is the size that you want. I did 16 rounds for mine, and I ended up needing 2 skeins of each color, just so you know, and I actually did run out of some and they didn't have it at my craft store, so I had to change up my colors a little bit. But just continue on until your blanket's as big as you want, or at least 16 rounds if you want a small blanket like I did. Alright, so here's my finished blanket. Now we're going to make the border, and I forgot to mention that you need to do an even number of rounds for the border to work. Just decide what color you want to use for your border, and you want to have a big amount of it. So I have a whole skein here almost. And what we're going to do is join the space right before the corner. So go ahead and tie your yarn on just like we've been doing for all the other rounds. Insert your hook and pull up a loop and then pull through to attach. And now we're going to make a single crochet into that same space. All right, so there's our join. And now we're going to make 9 double crochets into that corner space. You might have to slide your stitches over a little bit halfway through to fit all 9 of them in the corner. All right, here's our first corner, and you see we're making like a little scalloped border. So for the next stitch, we're going to make 1 single crochet in the next space. And then in the next space, we're going to make 7 double crochets. There's our first side scallop. So in the next space, we're going to make 1 single crochet. And you're going to continue that down this row, alternating between doing 7 double crochets and then 1 single crochet every other space until you reach the other corner. All right, I just finished this row. So now I'm to my second corner, and all we're going to do for this is another 9 double crochets into the corner. You're just going to continue this pattern all the way around your blanket until you reach the beginning where you started. Okay, now to finish this off, we're just going to insert our hook into that first single crochet we made, and we're going to make a slip stitch to join. So just insert your hook, pull through a loop, and pull it through the other loop, and that will attach it. And then just finish off your yarn, cut it and pull it through, tighten it up real good. And now it's time to do everybody's favorite part, which is weaving in all your ends. Since we crocheted over most of them, you really won't have to weave in too much. Just weave them in if you think you need to and cut off any excess. Once you get all your ends woven in, your blanket is complete. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks for watching!